What's up, YouTube? Mr. Llama here, and today we're going to be talking through the Avenger Paladin. Kind of a funky build, not something people play too often, but if you would like to try it, it is pretty fun. It uses the skill Vengeance, and I'm going to be talking through the skills, the stats, the gear, the Mercenary, everything like that, so you can have some fun to play through and make a build of your own. Overall, it's probably in the C tier. It isn't terrible for playing through the game if you're playing with like a party, because you do get conviction. But other than that, it's going to be slower than a lot of the other builds. One of the big benefits, though, is it can kill everything. And I actually have a guided playthrough for this character. Now, looking at the Paladin at first, you can just see all of the stats over here. You can see it has nice life and mana gain per level and per stat point. Really makes him a nice tanky character. Additionally, in the bottom right, there are the breakpoints. I will have a link in the description below for more about breakpoints and frames and how all of that works if you would like to learn. But always good to know those things for your character. Moving on to the final skills. This is what I would skill this character like. You have your point in Holy Shield, maxed out Conviction, maxed out Vengeance, and then you can see here you physically can't have enough points to put them everywhere that you want for this character, as you are going to want points in Resist Fire, Resist Cold, Resist Lightning, Salvation, all of that stuff. I like having Resist Lightning and Resist Fire first for that sort of damage, and then Cold. And what's also beautiful about this character is when you put these points in, you're also gaining passive max resist as well. So this character actually becomes super tanky and super safe. You're going to have 85, 85, 84 max resistances, not even counting if you have any additional from anything else. So he really becomes a super tanky character and never runs out of skill points to use. So in terms of leveling this character up, how might you level him, right? The first thing to note is Vengeance cannot be got until level 18. So until then, playing something simple like a Holy Fire Zealot is nice. You can just go level 2 right there, level 3 into Sacrifice, level 4, 5, 6, or 4, 5 in Den of Evil into Resist Fire, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and whatever, or I guess 12 goes to Zeal, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 go there, and then at level 18 you can have Vengeance, and you can actually just run Vengeance with Holy Fire for your just starting piece, because that still is going to add some nice damage for you right there. So that can be kind of your like starting piece of it all. Then after that, you're just going to keep pumping up Vengeance, and it's not going to be a super strong character until you get to level 30, where you can actually get points into Conviction, and that's really going to help boost the damage of this character up a lot as you get the minus resistances on the monsters, and that helps you a ton. So at that point, I would definitely start boosting some points into Conviction, because it's minus 5 resistance for every point that you have in it. And then, of course, you're going to keep maxing out your Vengeance as well. So you can kind of max those hand in hand. And then once you've maxed that out, then it just kind of comes down to how you want to max it over here. Like I said, I like putting points in Resist Lightning first to kind of boost up that lightning damage. And when you hover over here, you can see like, oh, more lightning damage. I think that's nice. Fire damage, cold damage, you can mix and match. You can go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, however you really want to do it. But you can just kind of put your points into all of these. Like I said, the biggest thing I recommend is going 2 at a time, because you can see you're getting the boost to the maximum resistance for every 2 points that you place right there. For stats, I'm doing enough strength for gear, enough dexterity for max block, and everything else into vitality, nothing into energy. That's going to be pretty standard. So yeah, at some point, I guess I didn't get Holy Shield here, but at some point you will grab Holy Shield. I like to do it somewhere in like early Nightmare, using like the Den, Radamant, and maybe some like Ijol points from normal or something, and then you can get a point or 2 into Holy Shield. So I think that's nice. Otherwise, though, stats are pretty small. You're going to keep your strength pretty low for a lot of it until you kind of get to like more end game gear, and then you can start putting some strength into where, you know, okay, I need 101 strength for Breath of the Dying or something, so I'll get up to strength for that. But at the same time, at that point, you'll have your Hellfire Torch, you'll have your Annie, hopefully, you know, hopefully you'll get some strength from other sources, and, you know, some Drax with strength, and then you won't have to worry about it. So right here, there's going to be a couple builds that I'm going to kind of talk through, because there's a couple different ways that you can play this character that I really like. The first one is I love playing this character in a dual dream setup. It's actually really nice because you're already running with that maximum conviction anyways. So you might as well get the benefit of having the dream with your conviction, and it's super, super nice. And if you do this, then you can run a mercenary with faith bow. And I like to put it in a diamond bow or a great bow. Get an Act 1 mercenary, give her this, run your conviction, have your holy shock, and you can really actually do a lot of damage. It's actually super, super nice. So that's a nice little way to do it. And with this, I like to run like E-botted. It's just really nice. You get the just big attack speed. You get the dual leech. You get big attributes. So I think this is actually a really nice weapon for the character overall. COH, getting all the resistances, getting the DR and the skills is nice. Any ED from like Fortitude or whatever it is not going to actually apply to your Vengeance damage. That's a really important thing to note. So if you have a Fortitude and it has 300% enhanced damage, that will apply for physical damage, but the Vengeance benefit, all of that cold, fire, light damage that you see there, 390%, doesn't work. Only weapon ED works. Now, max damage and stuff from like charms will work. That will benefit. But otherwise, no, ED does not work. So for this build, like I say, I like to have dual dreams. I like to get like a High Lords, COH, botted, some Drax for the life tap. You can run Raven, and then you could run like a dual leech ring, actually, would be something I'd probably prefer. Let me grab one of those. That's FCR. There we go. Just like a random dual leech. This isn't a good one by any means, but it gives me the leech because I still have some physical damage. I like String of Ears for the big DR and the lifesteal. Once again, a little more leech for this character for survivability and just sustainability. Raven Frost for Cannot Be Frozen and some attack rating. And Gore Riders obviously get the Crushing Blow, Open Wounds, and Deadly Strike. Just a classic melee character boot right there. And then Spirit and CTA on your offhand are going to be good there. Let me just take a little bit out and put some over there. So this is one way that you can run this character. Another way is you can swap some of these things out. Maybe play like with a Death or something. Maybe play with Amara's. And so this will just be even more of like a big old damage stat stick, right? You get the 50% chance Crushing Blow, 49% chance Deadly Strike, bonus attack rating, and then the chance for Glacial Spike is actually really nice, just to kind of help freeze things. Laying of Hands for IAS, damage to demons, fire resist, and once again, this is all in that physical piece. You could put a Fortitude on because while it's not going to get you the ED, it's still a good armor. Like, this is still just a nice armor overall. You do get the plus to life, you do get the res, and you do get the enhanced damage. So this is going to be really nice for like more of a physical damage build right here that you could kind of run. That's kind of this piece, right? I'm getting more Deadly Strike Crushing Blow, more damage right there. And this is more of like a physical damage build for this character. So I guess I'd use High Lords more on this one and maybe Mara's on the Dream one or something, right? So that's if you want to do that. Now, if you want to be budget, because some of you guys are like, where do I get all of these runes and all of this stuff? If you want to be more budget, there are plenty of things that you can have for budgets. One, you could just get like a Crescent Moon, right? This is great. It's going to help with that lightning damage from Vengeance. You're going to get the static field, which is super nice. And it's just great all around. You can make an Honor, right? This is just, we're looking for big damage sticks because the more physical damage that the stick has, the more that your cold, fire, and light damage are all going to amplify off of that. So that's good. Even something like a Nord's Tenderizer. I mean, look at that damage. Just big old damage. Flesh Render, Level 38, that's good damage. The Redeemer, that's decent damage right there. This stuff wouldn't be quite as helpful, but could still be okay for like super early and normal, getting like a Malice or something. And then if you move forward to, let me actually go to like some other weapons. Barnar's Star could be really nice. That's got great damage, added Cold Fire Light, and just good IAS overall as well. Stormlash would actually be really solid for this build as well, adding in the Crushing Blow, IAS, great damage on that. And of course, the static field charges. Heaven's Light would be really nice. Astrians could be nice for some more damage right there, right? So just anything with big damage is going to be very helpful. For cheaper options, Lightsaber could be nice. You know, Oath could be nice, like we said, that Honor, all of that stuff. In terms of armors, Twitch Throw is great. Get some IAS. Stealth for extremely early on. Duress is super nice for this character. Get the Open Wounds, Crushing Blow, added Cold, and Hit Recovery. Smoke if you just need resistances. But even just Duriel Shell, Spirit Shroud, Cannot Be Frozen. Get some res, get some strength, get some life, all of that good stuff. Yeah, Azrath would also be great here. In terms of rings and ammies and things, you know, Mahi Moke isn't bad. Getting, you know, Seraph's Hymn +2 to all skills, that'll actually help this character out a decent amount. So that can be really nice. Getting yourself some Nago rings with attack rating, or even just attack rating, strength, all res rings, things like this. Random leech rings, you know, this has some life leech on it. That's just super nice. Dual Angelics if you feel like you're not hitting enough. Fantastic boost to attack rating. I mean, this is the classic best attack rating combination for cheap that you can get. You get 75 life there, and you get hundreds and hundreds of attack rating. You know, I'm level 99, so I get 1188. But if you're like 80, 70, whatever, you'll get like 800, 900 attack rating. Fantastic. Now, yes, you're not going to need attack rating as badly with this character once you get Conviction really rolling, because it does have a nice minus defense on it. So that is actually a big thing to factor in. But early on in the game, getting attack rating will be helpful and necessary until your Conviction kind of picks up and gets a little bit better. Belts, Death Sash is nice. You could use a T-Gods. Gold Wrap, Nosferatus have some nice stuff. Big Life Belt for Dungos is great. Really a lot of belts there. You know, just getting some survivability, maybe some IAS, whatever stuff on it is going to be helpful. Shield-wise, Rhyme Shield. This is like your best in slot starter shield for any melee character because you get the Cannot Be Frozen. And on a Paladin, you can put it into a Paladin shield and get the added rune words from the added resistances from the Paladin shield. Such as, this is a Sanctuary, made it a Paladin shield. It's got 115 all res. I mean, it's hard to beat 115 all resistances, man. Ancient's Pledge is also great that you can also put into a Paladin shield, of course. In terms of helmets, Lore can be nice. Just big resistance helms right now can be super good. Rockstopper is like one of my favorites. I mean, super, super nice. Even random stuff like a Peasant Crown and stuff, right? It's going to get you a little plus to skill. It's going to get you a little vitality energy. It's not like the worst thing in the world. You socket it, put a Rao rune in it. That's a nice little helm, right? And then for gloves, I'm looking for attack speed. This character does suffer with attack speed, especially when leveling. So that's something that you'll need, that you'll like feel. So getting some IAS to help out there is super nice. So I would definitely recommend Bloods, Sanders, any gloves that are going to have a nice attack speed, or just even shopping 20 IAS gloves can be super good. And then boots, just like some faster run walks with resistances and some life. You know, these are all going to be solid boots if you can't get Gores or Goblin Toes. So that kind of covers that stuff. For mercenaries, like I say, my favorite is to run that Faith Mercenary. So you have the fanaticism from there. If not, you're still going to want to really run your Conviction, since it's going to be such a high level and doing so much for you. So I'd say you could get like an Insight on a Mercenary could be nice. You know, you could put a Reaper's Toll, an Obedience, Bone Hue, Tomb Reaver, something like that will be really solid for this character just to get some high damage. Fortitude, and Dariel's still going to be useful. Like I say, I don't really think Infinity is going to be the best thing here. You do get the minus 52 to enemy lightning res and whatever, but that's only for the Mercenary, so you would need him to have some like lightning damage for him to then get the benefit of all of that. So that's kind of the unfortunate part. Treachery is fantastic for you or a Mercenary. Same with like Shaft Stop, that can be super nice. Helmets, Crown of Thieves, Tal Rashes, Vamp Gaze, all great helms for you as well. All great helms for your Mercenary. And like I said, how to get Fanaticism, because we went over it earlier. Get an Act 1 Mercenary and give them a Faith Bow. This is my favorite character, or like to have a Act 1 Mercenary on, I think, is this or the Tesladin, right? I think both can be really nice. So getting that and giving the Faith Bow can be super solid. Yeah, but that pretty much covers it. I mean, this character, like I said, can clear everything in the game because he has every kind of damage. So he's going to do cold damage, light damage, fire damage, and physical damage. He attacks a little bit slow, like I said. He's very, just like hit, hit, hit. But he's very survivable. He's very fun. And he will clear everything in the game, which makes it really nice. And so, overall, not the strongest Paladin. But if you're looking to play like a different style, off-meta build, you're tired of the Hammerden, you're tired of, the super OP Zealot, whatever stuff, with all the stacked gear, maybe this is the character for you. Maybe you'll have a little bit of fun. Yeah, it's slow, but I mean, I like characters that are kind of slow in this game. It changes it up. It's a new way to play the game and have some fun. So I had a great time on my guided playthrough of this character. I think you guys could as well. And yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. I hope that you enjoyed this video and got some stuff out of it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace, YouTube.